I've been creating plugins for quite a while now, and well, I've been for CS5, CS4, etc. But there was quite a change with CS6, and it's taken a bit of time to actually develop the new plugins for CS6 for PC and Mac. I'm just going to demonstrate on the Mac how to install the new plugins. At the moment, there's only actually 7 of the plugins so far. They're still taking quite a while to create, so I'm just going through them, and there'll be actually more than that once. Obviously, there's going to be about 40 odd plugins plus other ones that I'll be developing. Now, all the plugins are available from this website. They were previously obviously graphicextras.com website. Now, to install them, it's going to be a basic approach. You have to put them into the plugins folder of, well, in the case of the Mac, it's the applications folder, Adobe Illustrator CS6 plugins, and then put them in the folder, one of these folders, or create a new folder. There's Graphic Extras, that's the folder I've created. So on the PC, it's slightly different because on the Mac, there's only a 64-bit version. On the PC, there's a 32-bit and a 64-bit version. Now, you have to put them in 32-bit versions. You have to put into the x86 one of the program files. If you go all the same route, Adobe Illustrator, etc., etc., and then plugins, and again this structure. That's for the x86, and for the 64-bit, it's just the program files, and then Adobe blah 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 down to the plugins, and then put them in the plugins folder there. Right. So once you've actually done that, these AIP files can be picked up by Illustrator. I'm just going to go now over to the Mac version of Illustrator just to quickly show you the plugins actually and where they appear. Now, all the plugins in the new Andrew Vector's plugin set are going to be found, well, for a little while anyway. I'm certain I might change my mind, and obviously getting feedback about the plugins, how they're going to be changed. But at the moment, they are all via the Toolbox over here, and if you go through the Toolbox, you will see the various things. There's the spiral designs here, spiral plugins, also star. So if you go to the rectangle tool, under that there's a selection. Each of the plugins will actually come with a number of plugins, so it's not just one plugin. There's going to be there's 5 in star one and 4 and so on and so on in other ones, and they create different things, and there's heart tools as well. So again, those sort of ones there. Right, I'm just going to quickly select one of them, and the basic functionality of the plugin is just a drag drop. So I'm just going to actually select the initial color. So I'm just going to do that, and then so you can move across. It's all basically horizontal direction. Just drag like that, and of course when you release, the actual design is created. And you actually see there's a little yellow box there. It says %. That's as you go across, as well as the setting for the underline setting. Now, in the documentation, it actually gives more details in terms of what that setting is. So obviously 131.7, it's not very useful unless you know what that actually setting, and that's just the size of the radius and all those sort of things. There's different settings, which you can access via the holding down the Shift key or Control, Command, whatever, Option key, Alt, etc., depending on the PC or Mac, as well as spacebar and also Cap and Tab. So, and there you can just increase the size. And again, you see the setting change. There's 27, 31, so 32 as you drag across, and you can create just more and more of the stars, points there. And there's a number of thousands of different variations you can create, and you can find out more on the toolboxplugins.com website. It's just created as a release, and of course I can create other ones, different sizes there. I'm just going to quickly show you that, and also you can hold that down, hold the space bar to create different designs. Of course you can change colour as well, just do that. So the next one, so it just creates that. And again, hold different keys down just to do that. Right, better move that one out of the way. And they're just basically standard paths, so they can be then, after you've finished creating them, you can just modify them as you would, or apply like beautiful strokes or styles and all those sort of things as you would with normal paths.